Our friend and colleague over at Velo, Andrew Hood, had, well, in Ben O'Connor's eyes, the temerity to ask Ben O'Connor about the sort of lack of proper GC oomph from the first 9 days of the Vuelta. To which O'Connor replied to Hoodie, saying, "You can't expect fireworks every single day. Honestly, I couldn't care less what people think about how we race. By the end of 3 weeks, everyone is on their limit. No one has the right to comment on how we should race. It's up to us, and we're all professionals. Every day is full on to win."
No one has the right to comment. It's all to a journalist. But okay.
Do you think was Ben O'Connor just like bored after such a long stage and just snapped? Or
It wasn't a very long stage.
It was Sunday morning, though. It was Sunday morning, I think.
So he's bored after a week of the Vuelta.
Yeah. Well, he had a hard tour, didn't he? But speaking of Ben O'Connor, though, we should, and Australians, we should mention Jai Hindley, who's doing pretty decently in the lower half of the top 10. The thing about the top 10 at the moment is that nearly everyone except for, well, the very top, they're pretty close together. And you've got Hindley and Pellizzari. They're the two Red Bull guys. They could do something fun. Let's cross our fingers and hope that something happens.
So.
And Egan Bernal is up there too. But anyway, that's for later.
That is for later. So Ben O'Connor believes that we should all just be happy with whatever the riders deign to serve us up at the Vuelta, which fair enough. And yes, he actually mentioned the toolkit in the further comments, saying to make in the next breath to sort of appease the fans, saying there's plenty more Vuelta to come. The nature of the course is pretty straightforward, I guess, in terms of nothing and then hopefully loads of mountain action. Mm-hmm. Ben O'Connor continued, "I'm not complaining. It's nice to do a straightforward race after what was the roughest July. It just sucked, that whole Tour de France. It was a constant fight day in, day out, so it's nice to have a calmer run."
It has been like a more traditional Grand Tour so far. In fact, we had a summit finish on stage 4, so it's not really, but it's we have had
someone
more.
Finished on stage 2.
Was
or
it
an
stage
uphill
2?
finish at least?
Yeah,
it was Vinegar 1 stage 2.
Yeah, but that was the one. Was that not the? I can't. Yeah, they all blend into one. It wasn't a traditional.
It was a summit finish, but it was a photo finish between Vingegaard and Ciccone.
That was it. That was
a photo finish.
It is kind of. If you think about it, though, it's not something like half the stages are uphill finishes, and so that maybe says a lot about what is to come.
Yeah, it's going to be beastly.
Some
people are going to absolutely, completely destroy themselves and plummet from the top 10 into the bottom 50.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think I'd still have the belief. I think there's been said on the podcast before that if we just made the Vuelta 2 weeks, I think it would make it much easier to maintain that attention span. It comes too close after the Tour de France. If we were starting now this weekend and running it for 2 weeks, to get a bit more of a gap.
I not so much at the moment, just because I'm so busy in that, but I do remember getting extremely excited about the Vuelta every year. It was at one point, and maybe still is. I just haven't been paying attention. The best Grand Tour of the year. So I think perhaps Johnny just July takes so much out of us a little bit.
Yeah,
I think what is nice, what is fun about the Vuelta is, and as we've said, that it is going to be so brutal in the later stages that even we don't know how. I mean, Vingegaard has done the Tour in Vuelta before, and it was obviously a hard tour. But we, that because we're so late in the season, because we had the Tour and the Vuelta. And the Vuelta is long and hard. People will explode. Things might happen.
You're right.
There's that jeopardy that is in play at the Vuelta less than in the other Grand Tours. So, I think
there's this maybe a counterintuitive thing going on as well, where for a few years there we had so many of the big favourites from the Tour lining up, and either one of them would crush the whole race, like Froome or Roglic or something, or they would just do I'm trying to think of an opposite example, but someone who is a favourite for the Tour and would just turn up the Vuelta and do nothing. Like Carapaz won stages and stuff, it kind of gets you built up, but you get all psyched up. Oh, look at the start list for the Vuelta, and then nothing happens because half of them are there preparing for the Worlds or something. So maybe just we're trained to not expect that much, but this year will be different.
It is also our job to psych everybody up about it.
No,
so
look,
we don't work for TNT.
No, I mean for our own coverage, Ronan. We've got to make it seem exciting, haven't we?
Good, because I can't do that level of hype about a neutral section of a flat stage.
I think they struggle.
The rollout. They pedal off. It's like, and they're off.